911, what's your emergency?
Hello? Can you hear me? I need you to speak if you can.
Sir? Ma'am? I'm showing your location as... That can't be right.
There's nothing out there.
That call came from coordinates that don't exist on any map. The phone it came from was disconnected 3 years ago. And the voice? It matched a missing person's voice print, someone who vanished in 2019. This wasn't the only one. Welcome to the faint whisper, where the calls for help never stop ringing, even when no one's left to make them.
Federal authorities are investigating what they're calling a technical anomaly affecting emergency dispatch centers across 4 states.
Case 1. It started in Clallam County, Washington dense forest, logging roads that haven't seen maintenance since the 90s, and exactly one campground that still gets seasonal visitors. On the night of June 14, 2023, a 911 call came in at 11:47 p.m. The dispatcher, a woman named Laura Finch, with 12 years on the job, picked up immediately.
911, what's your emergency?
Hello?
This is emergency services. Can you hear me?
A man's voice came through, strained, quiet.
I'm lost. I can't find the road.
Okay, sir, stay calm. Are you injured?
No, I can't see the trail anymore. I've been walking for hours.
Standard lost hiker call. Laura stayed composed, asked for his name. Caller, Ryan Holloway. She pulled up his phone's GPS coordinates while keeping him talking. The ping came back faster than usual. Middle of the old Kalalak campground. Shut down in 2009 after a landslide made it inaccessible. Dispatcher, Ryan, I'm showing you near an old campground off Highway 101. Do you see any signs? Any markers? Caller, no, just trees. It's so dark. Dispatcher, can you see your phone screen? Use it as a flashlight. Sound, rustling, movement. Caller, I am. It's not helping. I keep hearing something. Dispatcher, hearing what? Caller, footsteps, not mine. Laura stayed professional, told him to stay put, said help was on the way. She dispatched a search and rescue unit to the coordinates. But then Ryan said something that made her stop typing. Caller, wait, there's a tent. Someone's tent. Should I go inside? Dispatcher, no, stay where you are. Do not approach it. Caller, the zipper's open. There's a light inside. Dispatcher, Ryan, listen to me. Sound, fabric rustling, footsteps on dirt. Caller, there's someone in here. Dispatcher, Ryan, get out of there, now. Sound, silence, then breathing, not Ryan's, wet, labored. Dispatcher, Ryan? The line went dead. Search and rescue reached the coordinates 90 minutes later. They found the campground exactly where the GPS said it would be. Overgrown, rotting picnic tables, one standing tent frame with shredded canvas. No Ryan Holloway. No footprints. No signs of anyone being there in years. Laura pulled the call logs later that week, cross-referenced the number. It belonged to a phone registered to Ryan Holloway, reported missing in October 2021 while hiking near the same forest. His phone was never recovered. The call came from it anyway. Case 2, Philadelphia, Kensington neighborhood, February 9th, 2024, 3:32 a.m. Dispatch received a call from a landline, a rarity. Most people don't even have them anymore. The operator, Marcus Chen, answered on the second ring.
911, what's your emergency?
I need help. Someone's in my apartment.
Dispatcher, okay, stay calm. Are you in a safe place right now? Caller, I'm in the bathroom. I locked the door. Dispatcher. Good. Can you tell me your address? She gave it. A basement apartment on East Clearfield Street. Marcus typed it in, flagged it for immediate patrol response. Dispatcher. Are you alone in the apartment? Any roommates? Caller. Just me. I heard him breaking the lock on the front door. I ran. Dispatcher. Okay, stay quiet. Officers are on their way. What's your name? Caller. Sienna Ortiz. Marcus kept her on the line, asked if she could hear the intruder now. Caller. He's in the kitchen. I can hear him opening drawers. Dispatcher. Don't make any noise. Help is 2 minutes out. Then she said something that didn't fit. Caller. Why is it so cold in here? Dispatcher. What do you mean? Caller. The bathroom. It's freezing. I can see my breath. Marcus frowned but stayed focused. Dispatcher. Sienna, I need you to stay on the line with me. Don't hang up. Caller. He's at the door. Caller. Oh God, he's trying to get in. Dispatcher. Officers are almost there. 30 seconds. Caller. It's not locked anymore. How is it not locked? I locked it. Caller. No. The line cut. Officers arrived 45 seconds later. They found the apartment door intact, still locked from the inside. No signs of forced entry. They breached it anyway. The apartment was empty. Freezing cold, condensation on the windows, frost forming on the bathroom mirror. But the heat was on. Thermostat read 72 degrees. No Sienna Ortiz. No evidence anyone had been there. Marcus ran the landline number through the system. It belonged to that address, yes, but the last registered tenant was a woman named Sienna Ortiz, reported missing in November 2022 after failing to show up for work for a week. Police had checked the apartment back then. Empty. No signs of struggle. The landline had been disconnected 14 months ago. The call came through anyway. Case 3, Interstate 40, just outside of Amarillo, Texas. September 2023, a highway patrol officer named Craig Mathis was parked on the shoulder, running radar, when his radio crackled to life. Dispatch. Unit 29, we've got a motorist assist request on your position. Vehicle stopped. Mile marker 89. Mathis looked up. Mile marker 89 was less than a quarter mile ahead. He could see the road clearly. No cars. Officer Mathis. Dispatch. I'm at 88.5. No vehicles in sight. Dispatch. Caller says she's broken down. Hazards on. Silver Honda Civic. Officer Mathis. Copy. Moving up. He pulled onto the highway. Drove slowly. Mile marker 89 came and went. Empty road. Nothing on the shoulder. Officer Mathis. Dispatch. No vehicle at 89. Can you confirm the call? Dispatch. Stand by. A pause. Dispatch. Caller is still on the line. Says she can see your patrol car. Mathis stopped. Looked around. Nothing. Just open highway, scrub brush, and heat shimmer on the asphalt. Officer Mathis. Tell her to flash her headlights. Dispatch. She says they're already on. Officer Mathis. I don't see anything. Then the radio crackled again. Different voice. Panicked. Caller. Over radio. Please, I'm right here. Why are you driving past me? Mathis grabbed the handset. Officer Mathis. Ma'am, this is Officer Mathis. I'm at mile marker 89. I need you to describe exactly what you see. Caller. Your car. You're 50 feet away. Why won't you stop? Officer Mathis. What color is my vehicle? Caller. White. Texas Highway Patrol. Number 29. That was his unit number. Officer Mathis. Ma'am, I'm looking at an empty road. There's no car here. Caller. I'm waving at you. I'm standing outside my door. Can't you see me? Mathis got out of his car, walked to the center of the highway, turned in a slow circle. Nothing. Caller. You're looking right at me. Caller. Wait, there's someone else here. Officer Mathis. What? Caller. In the back seat. I didn't see anyone get in. Officer Mathis. Ma'am, get out of the vehicle. Caller. It's looking at me. The line went dead. Mathis requested immediate backup, Full search of the area. 3 units responded, covered a 5-mile radius. Nothing. Dispatch pulled the call. It came from a cell phone registered to a woman named Kara Dunning, reported missing in June 2023 after her silver Honda Civic was found abandoned at mile marker 91 on Interstate 40. No signs of her. No explanation. The phone was never recovered. 2 months later, it called 911 from the exact spot she'd vanished. Case 4, Norman, Oklahoma. April 12, 2024. Tornado warnings across the state. Dispatch was flooded with calls, people needing evacuation assistance, downed power lines, debris in the roads. Standard severe weather chaos. At 9:18 p.m., a call came in from a residential address on the east side of town.
911, what's your emergency?
Caller, we're trapped. The door won't open. Male voice. Calm, but urgent. Dispatcher, sir, where are you trapped? Caller, storm shelter, under the house. The latch is stuck. Dispatcher, okay, how many people are with you? Caller, 3, me, my wife, my daughter. Dispatcher, are any of you injured? Caller, no, but we've been down here for 2 hours. The air is getting thin. The dispatcher flagged the address for emergency response, told him to stay calm, help was coming. Caller, hurry, my daughter's having trouble breathing. Dispatcher, I'm sending fire and rescue now. What's your name? Caller, Eric Voss. Dispatcher, Eric, I need you to stay on the line with me. But the signal started breaking up. Caller, can't breathe. Something's wrong. Dispatcher, Eric, can you hear me? Caller, not air smells like... Child, Daddy, there's someone else down here. Dispatcher, Eric? Fire and rescue arrived 12 minutes later. The address was correct, a single-story home. Moderate tornado damage to the roof and siding. They found the storm shelter. Exterior latch intact, not jammed. They opened it anyway. Empty, no people, no supplies. Dust on the floor, undisturbed. The shelter hadn't been used in years. They ran the phone number. Registered to Eric Voss, reported missing in May 2019, along with his wife and 6-year-old daughter after their home was struck by an EF3 tornado. The bodies were never found. The house was condemned, later torn down and rebuilt. The shelter was filled in with concrete during reconstruction. The call came from 15 feet underground, inside a sealed tomb. Case 5. This one didn't come from a single location. It came from everywhere. Between October 2023 and January 2025, the same call was received by dispatch centers in 7 different states: Montana, Idaho, Minnesota, Vermont, Maine, New Hampshire, and upstate New York. Always rural areas, always at night. The voice was different each time: male, female, young, old, but the words were identical. Caller, I'm trying to get home. Dispatchers would ask standard questions: location, name, emergency. The caller would always respond the same way. Caller, I don't know where I am. I've been walking for so long. They'd provide GPS coordinates when asked, coordinates that always pinpointed remote locations: Forest Service roads, abandoned railways, stretches of backcountry with no cell towers for miles. Search teams would deploy. No one was ever found. But here's the pattern investigators noticed. Every single call came from a phone registered to someone reported missing in a national park or forest between 2017 and 2022. Yellowstone, Glacier, White Mountain, Baxter State Park. People who vanished on hikes, camping trips, solo backpacking excursions. People whose phones were never recovered until they started calling. In March 2024, a dispatcher in Burlington, Vermont received the call at 2:47 a.m. Caller, I'm trying to get home. Dispatcher, okay, can you tell me where you are? Caller, I don't know, the trees all look the same. Dispatcher, what's your name? Caller, pause. I don't remember. Dispatcher, you don't remember your name? Caller, I don't remember when I left. The dispatcher kept them talking, trying to get anything useful, location, landmarks, sounds. But the caller just kept repeating the same things. Caller, I've been walking for so long, I'm trying to get home. Then, for the first time across all these calls, the person said something new. Caller, they told me I'm close now. Dispatcher, who told you? Caller, the others, the ones who are still walking. Dispatcher, sir, how many people are with you? Caller, all of us. The line went dead. Search and rescue was dispatched to the coordinates, a remote section of the Green Mountain National Forest. They searched for 6 hours. No one. But they found something else. 17 cell phones, arranged in a perfect circle around a tree, all of them disconnected, all of them belonging to people reported missing in national parks across the country. None of them had been there the day before when rangers had cleared the trail. One of the phones started ringing while they were bagging it as evidence. No one answered. The FCC opened an investigation in late 2024. They called it a technical anomaly, some kind of cross-signal interference, archived data bleeding into live emergency channels. But the operators who took the calls don't believe that. They heard the fear, the confusion, the footsteps in the background. They heard people calling for help from places they should never have been able to call from. And the calls haven't stopped. As of January 2025, emergency dispatch centers across 18 states have logged over 200 similar incidents. Calls from disconnected numbers, calls from phones that were never found, calls from people who vanished without a trace. The recordings are all still archived. Dispatchers are instructed to log them, flag them, and forward them to federal investigators. But late at night, when the lines are quiet, some of them will pull up the old recordings and listen, trying to hear what's behind the voices, trying to understand what the callers are running from, or what's been following them all along. If you ever call 911 and hear breathing on the other end before you speak, hang up, because you might not be the one calling for help. This has been The Faint Whisper. If you survive this episode, leave a light on for the ones still trying to find their way home. Subscribe if you dare. And remember, some calls should never be answered.